See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. So this message is about hope, it's about transformation, and it's about divine renewal. And God's speaking through the prophet Isaiah, and he's telling the people in exile that I'm promising you a new beginning. Despite all the despair, amidst all the kind of tragedy, I'm promising you a new beginning. And this verse reminds us that what might look as an end can be the start of something magnificent, something incredible whenever God is involved. We can see how God can turn what we thought was our darkest moment into what is essentially the foundation of this ministry. So where we were saying, I don't know what we're going to do, I don't know what's going on, and God said, no, this isn't the end. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of something new. This is what I've been training you for. This is what I've been teaching you for. This is all the work that you've been doing, whether it's singing or playing or meeting new people. This is what I've been working for. And really, that's what they were talking about. That's what Isaiah was saying. And we got to understand, at this time, the Israelites, they were Babylonian captives, and they were feeling abandoned, and they were feeling hopeless. At this point in their lives, they've been exiled. The Temple of Jerusalem had been destroyed, and they felt like divine judgment was upon them for all of their unfaithfulness to God. But God is using Isaiah to tell them and reassure them about his presence and his plans to deliver them from the exile, from what they perceive to be the end of their lives. When I think about Isaiah, when I think about this particular verse, I can look at what was going on to the Israelites. I can look at what happened to us and how 5 and 2 Ministries was born. I can look at a couple of years ago when I didn't know God, but God had a plan. God knew me, and he had a plan, and he worked that out. And we can always say, whether it's a failed relationship, whether it's financial crisis, whether it's something significant in your life that seems like the end of the world, that God is going to work something out, because that's what he does. And the devil has a way of taking you at your highest as well as your lowest and just beating you up and making sure that no matter what you do, he's not going to let you forget about who you were, what you did, how you've been, and he's going to invite you to do things that you shouldn't be doing in the first place. But that's the beauty here, is whether we have failed relationships, whether we have financial problems, whether we have whatever, God is promising a new beginning for all of us. The Israelites were more concerned about the things that they lost and the situation that they were in, that they forgot who they were. God has a plan for all of us. God has a plan for you, for me, for everybody. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how you feel. God's telling us to quit worrying about where we are and start worrying about who we are. Because where we are is temporary. Where we are is negative. Where we are can be draining. But who we are children of God. Right? And if we trust in his plan and we look for his hand, then our struggles are going to seem a lot less significant. So I think we need to worry about, again, who we are, not where we are. Because if we want that renewal that God's promised us, that Isaiah prophesied about, we have to invite God to where we are. He's not asking for perfection, he's asking for surrender. God wants us to surrender our hearts and our lives to him so that he can renew what we had.